Alrighty, what is up, everyone? What is up? Getting a little bit of an early start. Can you all hear me? Is everything good? Alright, let's see who we got in the chat. Of course, Deca, first in. Cody, Tommaso. Alright, making sure the sound is all good. Okay, so it's been a while since I've live streamed, but I'm super excited to be here with you guys. Super excited about that. Alright, hang on, I need to move some stuff up. I had to reconfigure my stream. For some reason it didn't keep my settings for Empires and Puzzles on my OBS. So I had to go through and modify everything again. Alright, so let's put that there. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? What is up? What is up, everyone? How you all doing? Welcome in. I'm just resetting some stuff on the chat if you just came in. Let's see. There it is. Let's get this chat box up where it's supposed to be. Okay, hopefully that works. There it is. Yay! Alright, alright. So yeah, we are live. You need gems. Really, it's very bad. Yeah, I'm kind of low on gems too right now. So I only have 574. But you know, I'll get in there. $18 minutes ago, the new version released. Yes, it did update, so guess I've not updated yet. Looks like there's an update out. Alright. Alright, well, if you want to leave to go do something productive, that's fine. I'm still going to play my game. I'm going to be here for an hour or two, you guys, so Empires and Puzzles is not a game you can play for more than 15 minutes. It depends on where you're at in your gameplay. I mean, it can take less, it can take more. I do have some World Energy Flasks. I'll probably use one or two of those today, so we'll get to that. I'm going to do a Titan fight, a couple of them. We'll probably start out with that, get this Titan out of the way. Only 75,000 left, so here's the team build that I am using. It's just a 4-star, so this isn't anything major. I went with Vivica because, as you can see, she has a lot of tile damage, 714, so that's really good to have. And Jackal, because of the stack of negative 54% with the Wukong with his stacks up nice, and Wukong also has nice tile damage as well. So, alright, and this is going to be on my computer. It's not as easy to hit Titans on the computer as it is on the touchscreen. My fingers are just a little bit faster, but we'll see how we can do. Alright, so I'm just going to go for the stunners. The stunners. Nice little cascade there. Let's get rid of these purples. Alright, I got a lot of setting up on the board right now. 1, 2. Man, it's been so long since I played on my computer, this game on my computer. Like, it is completely different than playing on the phone, or tablet, that is for sure. It's got this nice yellow crystal. It's gonna set everyone off but Jackal, so but I'm still gonna pop it and hope that Jackal will hit. Save my Wukong for when I have some more yellows on the board again. That was a nice little cascade. Didn't turn into anything good though. Nope. That was only like 30,000. So I'll go and show you guys my hits so far on this Titan and where I'm at. So let's see. 84,000 on the first hit right there, and then a 69 after that. And then I switched to my free-to-play account, that had free-to-play, hit 16. Hey Zemus, thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it, man. Good to see you here. Thanks for supporting the stream. Lorenzo, what is up, what is up? Hope you're doing well, hope you're doing well. Alright, back to the scores. So, let's see how my alliance is doing. Let's see. VIT is a pretty big hitter for this little, mostly free-to-play alliance, except for my main account. Yeah, 41,000 right there is what I hit. So I did 190,000 in a few hits. So let's see if we can clear this guy out real quick. Let's go with this. And we can make a green crystal on this next move, so we're going to do that. And now we can make a yellow crystal, so we're going to do that. And that'll pop into that. That'll get my jackal off, which is good, because it's going to take all that tile damage. Now I don't have a lot of yellows on the board. I had some, but now I don't. So I'm actually going to save my Wukong. I'm going to pop this crystal real quick. And I'm going to save my Wukong for hopefully if I get another crystal on the board. Or some more yellows. Once I get some more yellows, then I'll pop him. And I probably should have right there, but you know, it is what it is. I still have 34 seconds. Now I do have my keyboard set up, so I have I push keys for my heroes. So in that aspect, it does kind of make, in some ways, the keyboard a little bit quicker in some ways, but not always. Oh, we killed him on the last shot. In the clutch. Are you kidding me? Thanks, Zemus. Alright, so we got that Titan down in the clutch. That was pretty good. Let's see. Let me look at the replay. 2-1. Right at the last hit, we got him. So that's cool. Alright. So those rewards will come in soon. Let's go collect our free coin for the day. So, what I did was I actually, the other day, if you guys didn't see my post, I actually hit my new highest cups, which was, where are they at? Highest trophies, 2737. So, I hit my highest trophy count so far, 2737. And, so after I did that, I wanted to, I might be moving into a stronger... Oh, look, they added snow. Is that snow? Oh, the dragon. It's a lot easier to kill the dragon on a computer because you have the mouse clicks. But at the same time, I didn't catch him early enough. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Didn't get him. Oh well, maybe next time. So, Find Recruits 2, this can be good sometimes because sometimes the Find Recruits 2 will give you an Epic Troop token. So, let's see if that happens. And I think that this level is more fire, so we'll see about that. Let's see if I take my bet. So I'm going to switch these troops, level 14. Let's go ahead and swap these. I have all my fast mana troops with all of them, so let's go. Nice, Lorenzo, doing some homework, watching some Empires. That's cool, man. Alright, boom, boom. Alright, yeah, so I was right. It is the Find Recruits 2 is you want to stack some reds in there. And of course, this first one's going to be super simple because, well, one, that Cascade made everything easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop this gem then. Get rid of that. Get rid of them. And I think I'll go ahead and make this crystal. Let's just go ahead and pop our Falcon. I love Falcon so much. He is so much fun. And what he gets me excited for is the day when I pull a Guardian Panther. Because Guardian Panther is so OP. Alright, so we got some mana filled up. We'll go Tyburus, Grim, Scarlet, Lizu. No need for Scarlet or Lizu, just Tyburus and Grim took them out. So we'll move on to the next stage. So, but before we move on, oh, there it is. 274,000 of 660, and that's what I got. 90,000. Alright, that's okay. So, but before I go on, I've had a lot of questions, and I actually didn't fully know the answer until not too long ago. Where did this dragon scale Aegis, I guess, where did this dragon scale thing come from? This is proof that I've been playing the game for a very long time, since it started, because yeah, they don't even require this ascension item anymore. So I think it's great that they allow me to keep it in here. That they didn't fully take it away, just kind of like a little little thing showing off how long I've been playing for, and that I got one of those. So yes, that is probably one of the most rare items to acquire in the game, because you had to have been playing for a while to get it. Alright, let's move on. And let's see, so what we're going for, if you just tuned in, what we're trying to see is if this Find Recruits 2 quest that's up does give you a epic troop token. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I saved my whatchamacallit for the next round. I think I'll just kill him with these yellows, save my blue diamonds, or not. Fine, I'll kill you with the blues. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's do Grim to Falcon. And that's gonna kill him. Okay. I mean, this is really easy level. I'll probably do... I have some Season 2 levels still to clear out before the next one pops up. So I will probably go over and do some of those levels. Probably use a few World Energy Flasks on those. But before I do, I will... What do I want to do here? That still didn't kill him? Come on. Alright, purples, kill him. But this is why I like Guardian Falcon, because look how much this tile damage is. Like boom boom boom. Like so freaking much tile damage. It's insane. And then you stack it with that, and then boom. That's what happens. Guardian Falcon is a must-have, especially if you want to place in special events. Yeah, especially if you want to place in special events. So, Goaty, you're saying it did not... Are you saying it did not give you an epic troop token on this time around? If that's so, that is disappointing. But I could still use the recruits. We can always use recruits. Actually, Season 2 it gives you a lot of recruits. And a lot of freaking backpacks. Season 2 gives you so many backpacks. It's freaking amazing. Now, I hope after they've launched all of Season 2 and it's come out, that they add more base building for us, so then we can start training like Season 2 heroes. I think that's kind of like a must-have for this game, is for us to be able to train those Season 2 heroes and legendaries and stuff. So I would really, really like to see SG add more base building, maybe before or after they've completely rolled out all the levels on Season 2. I think from a business standpoint, it would make more sense if they did it after they've rolled out Season 2 completely, because then they can take full advantage of the players on the summons and stuff like that. So that's my best guess, and that's just my best guess from, I've been playing mobile games for, geez Louise, like over 10 years, since mobile gaming became actually kind of legit. So that's just kind of the way things go. They want to make their money on their new stuff, and then after it's been out for a while, then they'll start sending it out and discounting it. Now, the good thing about what SG did was they did not start out the game like that. They, you know, they had it so that we could build up to that level 20 stronghold and get those legendaries. But let's see. Now, Goaty's saying, we're confirming what Goaty is saying. Oh, my poor Grim. He's not fully leveled up yet, the poor guy. So he's taking some damage. If he gets another hit, he'll probably die. Alright, let's see. Boss, boom, boom. We're gonna do this. I thought I hit my Scar. Oh, I didn't hit my Scarlet. I hit my Tibertus. But I did mean not to hit my Lizu, because I wanted to keep her so I could build up a little bit of mana on the last guy and then go into it. And as you can see, I'm not using a very strong team to get through this. It does say challenging. And you are going to take some damage. You know, if you really want to, you can of course bring in a healer and add to that. But I'm not worried about if my guys die, because I know I can take all the hits that they have to dish out. So, alright. So, epic troop token, no epic troop token this time around. I should have listened to Goaty, but I mean, I still could use the recruits, so I'm not worried about that. Everything's covered in snow. It snowed out here this last week, actually. Let's do Renfell. Alright. Let's collect that. Keep our food storage. Yes, I did drop my cups, and because I do want to do some. I am going to be doing some videos, guys. If you didn't see my post, I did pull an Obicon from TC20. So yep, that's like my first legendary out of 50 trainings, and I've been recording every single pull, and I'm going to compile those together to give us kind of a odds video of what the odds really are in TC20. So, and then another video I'm working on for you guys is I did max out my Asarnia. So spoiler alert, she is maxed, and I will have her I should have her video done by early next week. It will take some time on the editing, but I should have it done by next week. I like watching football. I'm from Las Vegas. Originally Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't really have a favorite team per se, but what I like is watching a good game and players playing at their best. So I like watching good players. Yeah, so all these are going at TC20. Why? Who's your favorite team, Lorenzo? Who's your favorite team? I mean, I guess I could be a Raiders fan since the Raiders are going to Las Vegas, but I'm just not a Raiders fan. I'm not a fanboy of any sports team, and like I said, it's because I grew up in Las Vegas. I just grew up a lot of the mentality, if you're a Las Vegas native, is you don't really have a sports team. You just want to watch the best of the best. So that's kind of how it is. But I do have some extra ham. And yeah, I do have a lot of level 20 trainings going on. I'm just kind of chilling on these for a while. I'm trying to get Mariana, Liana, and June as quickly as possible. So, but the odds are still really low to pull them. The odds are still extremely low to pull them. It could do 1,000 trainings and could still not even get one. So, that's just the way it is. Okay, but right now this is the troop that we're working on. Level 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 825,000 food gone. And yes, I am just putting everything into them. Once I get through these 1 stars again, then I will go back and do my 2 stars. And then all the 3 stars that I don't want to keep, I'm stacking these 3 stars for when they do, for when my troop does get into the higher level, like the 20s and stuff like that. Because that's where it's, I have no idea how much food it's going to be when I get to that point. So what about troops? Okay, so I've learned a lot with upgrading my troops and what troops to use and what troops to not use. So I have been playing this game for almost 2 years. I've been playing this game full-time for about a year now. I was just kind of a part-time player my first year because I was playing another game competitively in a top alliance in the world and stuff like that. So, you know, I didn't play this competitively then, but now I am. As you guys can see, if you guys didn't see my post, I did play 79th in the Guardians event in the Epics. So let's start out with 1 stars. Don't even worry about leveling up your 1 stars, guys. Okay, don't worry about your 1 stars. All right, but 2 stars are important because you do need 2 stars for the events, right? And so the 2 stars that you want to look at are the ones that have the higher attack. So the Rebel Archers have a 5% attack because when you're starting out, and I wouldn't, even for the events, you really don't even need to level up your troops. If you want to, that's fine. If you're extra. But honestly, you want to save your troops to be able to level up an epic troop, a 4-star troop when you get them. It's not really needed to level up 2 stars. I made that mistake early and I don't suggest it to anyone. Not that it cost me a lot of food, but as you can see I stopped really quick. But yeah, so the Rebel Archers are not the 2 stars, and as you can see I have a lot of greens because I am saving up for them. So what you want are the Village Fighters. They add that 10% and a 4% health. As opposed to only a 5%. They add more health and higher defense, but when it comes to the double attack increase, that's much more formidable in events and stuff like that. So that's what you want to pay attention for is when playing your events is your highest attacking troops. And the same thing will go for your 3 stars, and the same thing will go for your 4 stars. Your highest attacking troops are definitely the ones that you want to level up first. So now, okay, when is a good time to use like a defensive troop? Okay, so right now the only green that I have is Horcall. So as far as legendaries, and I don't have any epic green troops either. So a lot of the time with Horcall, he has a lot of HP and stuff, but he has that slow mana gen. And since I don't have a 4-star green troop that increases your mana speed, like this, 9% mana bonus, I'm gonna want to put him with my defensive troops just so he can take like that many more hits. And I usually have a healer with him, so he gets that extra healing and stuff like that. So that's just my personal gameplay right there. But at the same time, if I want to be more aggressive, you know, I can add that healing bonus. And also, what's nice with Horcall, he does have the slow mana gen. This one at level 7 gives me a decent attack. But the critical chance, and since he does hit everyone, if you want to take a more aggressive approach to your gaming, then this one is good as well. But really, here's a mistake I made. I leveled up this one, right, to level 7, up 12%. I leveled up this dude up to 7, but the one I should have leveled up was this one because of the attack, and this one will be better for my special events and stuff like that. David, why would you compete in an event? Why would I compete in a 2-star event and get at the most compass? Some people like to compete in the rare events. I will one day, but I mean, I pick and choose. At this point, I'm gonna pick and choose which events I compete in. I think for the events, it's worth it to place in that tier where you at least get the world energy. That's my goal, is for every event. And if you can't do that, then just play. If you're that early of a player, here's what I recommend for events: is just play through the first level on easy, on rare. Play through the first level on epic. It doesn't matter if you lose. Don't worry about that. And then play on the first level on legendary. If you're gonna lose, it's okay. Don't worry about that. But that gives you, just for your placement, 3 tokens. And if you're at this stage in your game, every little bit of tokens count. So go through, do the token. If you can get through the first level and you don't want to play the rest of the event, what you want to do is you want to keep playing the first level of the rare event. Just, it's 2 cost, and it's going to give you a grip ton of HP. Or not HP, a grip ton of experience. It's going to give you a grip ton of experience doing that special event, just the first level over and over and over and over again. If you're not going to compete in the event, utilize the events for the experience that you get off of such low cost levels. That's just my personal thing. And if you want to lightly compete, then get to the tiers that give you the world energy, because that's where it's at. I mean, every event I get like 10 world energy, so it's 9 or 10 world energy, so it's definitely worth it, and in the long run it will help your gameplay. So we're gonna do some raids today, and like I said, I dropped down to the gold league. I have this the purple Urkel team, purple Urkel. I don't know why I can't say purple Urkel. In the loot, I have something different. Yeah, if you just joined in, and I mentioned this earlier, in the loot, I do have something different. What this is it's an old school Ascension. This shows how long I've been playing the game for, which I love that SG kept it in there so that we can show people how long we actually did play the game. This was a 4-star Ascension mat. I don't know what it was required for, but that was a 4-star Ascension mat that they do not use anymore. So that is just a little bit of proof that I've been playing the game since it started. You guys cannot get those anymore. It is the most rare item in the game because you cannot get it anymore. But let's go to some raids. Okay, now we're gonna edit these teams around, and we're going up against like 3,000 health. So I'm gonna put in a team around I don't know, like 2,700. So let me look. I saw a green up front, so I'm going to stack a 3-2 team. Okay. Now, what am I most worried about here? I have a Cyprian and a Triton. I'm somewhat worried about the Cyprian because I don't have anyone with a debuff. But I have a Triton, so which means I could double stack a blue. Or I have a Triton, which means I could double stack a green. So now I could use a Caedmon, a low-level Caedmon. He removes buffs. I mean, I could use a Sonya. I have a level 60 Sonya. She removes buffs. But look at this. Removes buffs from all enemies. Fast mana. And is green and will be nice against that Triton. And then we're going to go with Brienne. Okay, now to switch around the troops. And I'm pretty low team power. This might not be as easy of a fight. I might need to switch around my team, maybe throw in 1 epic. Try to get my team power like up to like 2,700. But let's just put in the 2-star greens that I was talking about. One right there. And then we'll go 1 right here. And for the reds, which one is it? 10%. Those are 1-stars. Alright, we'll go We'll go with this guy. You're at level 5. Some of you might have leveled up your troop, so. And then let's just throw a 3-star in there. So that puts my team power at 2291. So let's see. If I had to switch out one of these, it would be for a Bull Tusk. That puts me at 2496. It's still going to be a tough fight. Bull Tusk is great. I love Bull Tusk a lot. Squire Rabbit is great, and of course, but I don't need a Brienne if I'm going to have a Bull Tusk. So I'm actually going to switch out Brienne, and I'm going to look for someone who has a lot of tile damage. So what you want to pay attention to on the tile damage, Lilith, she puts out 425, which is pretty good for a rare, but Bearden puts out a 470. So I do have a pretty good strong healer, so why don't we test out this? And I mean, this is definitely I'm an underdog in this fight for sure. This is not going to be an easy fight. Yeah. All right. Well, David says if I find if you stack the game loves to give you a board that will make it hard. Well, look at this board it gave me. Jeez Louise, a fire crystal right off the bat. So we're gonna do that. That almost takes him out. I want to bring this up because now I can make a green crystal. Okay, and I don't want this dude to go off, so here we go. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna go Bull Tusk. Hanger. Okay, so now when I'm playing in the higher arenas, I usually like to take out the healers last and take out their hitters. And I don't really know what I want to do, but I do want to get Cyprian's mana filled up along with my Minisus so I can get rid of his buff. So I think I'm going to attack Triton with my Squire Rabbit and take him out. So I'm going to hopefully fill up Cyprian's mana. Not quite, but I'm going to save my Minisus. We're going to do that right there. And now I'm going to fill up Cyprian's mana. We're going to do that. Okay, so now I need to rework my board, and that will definitely help out a lot right there. This might kill him, it'll be close. Cyprian does have a lot of health, like 1400 when he's maxed out, I believe it is. So he definitely has a lot of health, and Li Zu is just going to keep burning. So, I mean, a good board definitely helped out with that. But thinking through your team, it helps out even more than a good board. Alright, so we got another 3000 team. So we have 2 greens, a Bull Tusk, a Sonya. What I don't want is that Little John to go off at all. So I'm going to leave the reds, at least 2 of them. And Hanger does have a slow mana regen, and I think I want to go 3 blue because I definitely want to take out their tank as fast as possible. So let's look at my blues. Let's see. I have Ulmer, who's really nice to have. I'm excited for when I get these Gatos. Gato! Don Marigato, Mr. Roboto, Domo. Domo. Nice. I like Cademon. Cademon is a ton of fun. You know, he's Nature's Sonya. They both dispel buffs from all enemies. So I mean, if we do the comparison, 635 on his attack, and Sonya has 607. So he has the attack, but Sonya has 731 defense with 1011 HP. Definitely a bigger defense, and I think that with the defense and health difference, it comes close to balancing out. Not quite, but close. So Cademon does have a higher attack and higher tile damage, which is nice. So let's do a level 60 Boral. I like Boral. Boral's pretty fun. And we'll no not Gunner is good to have on a rare as a rare tank on your defense to have him up front. He's actually pretty good to have. I do need to get a Boral, or is it Boral? Yeah. No, not Boral. Toral. I need to get a Toral leveled up. Alright, so level 11 troop is not going to happen. Which blue? That's 10%. That's 5%. So we're going to go with this blue. We're going to go, again, just 2-star. Just 2-star troops. Nothing special today. Alright. Let's see how this rolls. 4 capes. Yeah, the ascension items that I think you'll notice that you run into more often are like orbs, poison darts. Get a lot of poison darts actually. Oh, that was a nice cascade. But Boltusk is gonna go off, which is kind of crappy for me. Kind of really crappy. I need to get my Boral is dead. Never mind, Boral. Okay, but I gotta take out this Boltusk because if he goes off again, I'm in a lot of trouble. And this board is definitely not as friendly, but I do like Ulmer because he gives that defense debuff against everyone. Morgan Le Fay is good, especially in like this lower arena. She's gonna tear me apart in this lower arena for sure. Let's get some damage here. Maybe I could do it. Maybe I can pull this out. If Balthazar hits my Valen, I'm done. Okay, he didn't hit Valen, which is good. But Morgan Le Fay is haunted Valen for sure. Okay, that's good. Don't kill me. Don't. No. I forgot the mana regen. So Little John is gonna do me in. That's who's gonna take me out right now is Little John. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, he's okay. I personally, I honestly think if I would keep my capes for a Grim, a Kirill. Kirill is one of the best blues that you can have. He would definitely diversify your gameplay like crazy. Where is he? There he is. Kirill. I don't know if I would put my capes into him. What other blue epics do you have? What other blue epics do you have? He's your only one. Yeah, here's the thing. He might be good right now, but as you get higher into the arenas, he might do well. I mean, I don't really like his toolkit, to be honest. I think he's okay. But is he versatile for every mode? Especially if this is your first blue epic, you want someone who can be versatile for every mode. Right now, where I'm at in my gameplay, I'm very getting down to like, okay, what am I missing in my gameplay? Okay, what do I need to get? Alright, I need to get 5 reds maxed out for my special events. I need to get 5 greens maxed out. But when I first started, you know, I made the mistake of leveling up some epic heroes who maybe I shouldn't have leveled up quite so quick, and waited for another one that I got. what are your training camps at? How good are your training camps? Let's keep the same team. No reroll. Oh, that works out. SG loves me again. Yeah, David, what... I just think with him, like I said, if it's your first epic, you want your first epic blue, you want something, you want someone who will be good for you all around. And I just don't know if that dude, the frog dude, is the one for that. But of course, you have tested him out. You know your gameplay. I don't. So in the end, it is your choice. But from everything that I've learned from playing the game for 2 years and making so many freaking mistakes, if it were me, I would probably hold out. Now, again, if you don't have your training centers up to like level, you know, what is it, 13 to train epics, which I don't really recommend doing too much because level 13 does not give you, it does not have good odds for giving you epics. I did 20 trainings in there on an alternate account, and I only got 1 epic out of it. So I wasn't that impressed with the odds. You guys are definitely always better off just grinding up to TC20s and doing it that way, saving your backpacks. I don't know. So like, my free to play is almost 200 days in. I have quite a few epics. I still have 500 heroes stored up for when I do get a legendary. So 200 days in, I'm at almost my 3rd TC20. So, you know, but I've been really patient and I've saved all my Ascension items, but I've gotten up to the point to where, on my free-to-play, to where I can start beating, like, the quest for Ascension mats and stuff. Once you get to, like, 2,700, close to 3,000, you can really start going after those quests, and the gems, I actually have recorded a video on my free-to-play of doing it. So, you know, you guys, let's do another reroll, reroll. So you guys will be able to check that out next week as well, of me beating Far Home Pass on my free-to-play. I need to edit it and stuff. It won't take too long to edit. I'm not going to put too much time into it because I am working on my Sarnia video. So, you know, that I personally, had I done, on this main account, had I done, like, I'm getting murdered, had I done the slow and steady route, this account would be so much better off. When my free-to-play hits 2 years old, and I compare that to when my main account is going to hit 2 years old, yeah, I might have some more special heroes, of course, because I put money into this account. But as far as, like, where I'll be at, I'll be in a much better spot than I am. And I just got blasted. Alright, let's go to another one. 2659. You know what? Why not? Why not? No reroll. I like doing this. You guys want to know how good a team really is? You put them up against teams of opposite colors. Not that I'm doing that right here, but it is really good if you want to test your defense on how good they really are. Or go offensive against off colors with that team, and that's a really good way to give you a perspective of kind of what your defense might be like against that team and those colors, because people are going to bring those off colors into the arenas to beat you out. Well, that worked out nicely. Tibertus is still not dead. Die, Tibertus. Oh, why didn't my Ulmer? I thought I hit my Ulmer. That's why he didn't die. What's up, Squeaky Weasel? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for catching me live. Yeah, I'm just doing some gold raids right now. I dropped my cups. Got an Obacon. I'm slowly working on him, you know. So we just beat out that Titan. I got one more raid. I got a few raid flasks, but I'm not going to use those because I'll use those when I'm going to save my raid flask for the next time when I try and beat this 27-37 on my trophies. That's what I'm really going for there. Let's see, hero leveling. So I'm gonna, another video that I have in the works of planning is leveling up 2 Gatos at the same time. One with only blue 1 stars, the other with only off color 1 stars. So that should be pretty fun. My Malia, where does she go? Poor girl. There she is. Still only at 4. It's absolutely insane. Sucks so bad how few specials I've gotten raised up with her. So sad. Alright, we got a few heroes we can use. Right now, if you guys saw my other videos, I was kind of like, oh, I want to say those for Malia. I was kind of stacking heroes and storing up trainer heroes and stuff like that. I'm not doing that anymore. Right now, I'm just trying to get these guys leveled up as fast as possible. So as I get it, I just put it into them. It makes no difference. Yeah, in the long run, I'm not going to have as much food, but I have plenty of food, so I'm not really worried about that. I have like 60 million food stored in my TC20s. Yes, like 60 million. So I'm definitely not worried about food, which is nice. You know, it took me like 2 months of just only doing level 8-7, so I could get those 10 recruits for only 3 world energy. And then yeah, so about 2 months to stack up my training centers that much. And now I have such a great supply of food. I really like the feeling of never running out of food. I think it's a really great feeling, and I recommend it to everyone. If you want to get ahead of your game and not feel like you're always behind, take a month or 2. Where's my other Magni? There he is. We're leveling up this little guy slowly but surely. Little bit by little bit, buddy. That's my second Magni, Magi, magnificent. Not quite. His defense sucks. That is very true. His defense sucks. So let me see. I'm leveling up a Little John and a Keshick. Honestly, I'll just do that 1 level up with Keshick, and now I'll just switch to him to only leveling up 2 stars, and then I'll go here. There we go. So, let's see, Rigard. I did end up ascending him, and also my Grim, as you guys saw. I did level up, ascend my Grim. I got the Ascension mats. Actually, it was funny, right after I did the videos from my mass ascension, it was literally that next Titan that I killed like an hour later gave me the trap tool that I needed to ascend Rigard. So I thought that was pretty funny. Yo, what up, Blood Eagle? What up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Who should you level up first, Rigard or Tibertus? That's a good question. I would go with Rigard, and then followed closely by Tibertus. Rigard is one of the best healers in the game. He's really good. He's hard to kill, and he is really good. Granted, Tibertus also very good. I kept a second Rigard because that's how good Rigard is. I wouldn't even mind a 3rd or 4th Rigard, to be honest. So, yeah, Rigard is really good. Where's my freaking Tibertus? Oh, there he is. 1045, 633 at max. And where's... So, as you can see, his defense is going to surpass Tibertus's, and his health is already past Tibertus. But only 562 on the tile damage. Here's where Tibertus will make a difference, is the tile damage, but not a drastic enough difference to justify, I think, leveling up Tibertus first. That's just my personal opinion from using both, and Just knowing that, like I said, he's one of the best healers in the game. Ultimate Gamer, hoping to get something good from the next summon. Yeah, I mean, I have, to be honest, guys, I've only done 4 summons. So I bought a deal that gave me 200 Atlantis coins, and then I used like 2 or 3, so I did like 5 or 6 maybe. So I did like 5 or 6 pulls, and I only used 200 or 300 of my Atlantis coins, but honestly, guys, I am saving all my Atlantis coins until it's complete. Once it's complete, and that's going to be like more, like what, they release 1 a month? So let's see. This is going to be November. Right there. Right? Let's see. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so that's going to be like November, December, January, February, March. So in like March, April-ish, February-ish, that's when I'll use all my tokens, all my Atlantis coins. Yeah, Jacob agrees. Listen to Blood Eagle. He's a really good player. Rigard is just that good. So let's see. This level 10 right here. Okay, on Province 8 has given me more backpacks than Province 1 on Season 2. This level 10 right here gave me 7. I did a loot ticket, three of them on this level, and it gave me, no, it wasn't 7. There was another time I played once, and it gave me 7 backpacks on one play. It was crazy. But it gave me 11 backpacks on three tries on that level, so that was pretty crazy. But let's kick it up a notch. Let's go level 7. Purple and red. So we're gonna go with purple and red. So I got some red. We're gonna get rid of these purple. I think I am gonna go stronger on the red because Guardian Falcon has where is he? I need to click on him, that's right. Don't know está. There he is. 754 defense and 1126. He doesn't add a lot of tile damage, but that's okay, because I believe it's Natalia adds my more. Yeah, 718. She adds some decent tile damage, but his health and HP are really good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them in there. And then we're gonna put in Aaron and my level 80 Maleficent. We're gonna switch around these troops. Gonna put the fast mana gen with Aaron, critical chance with Sartana. I mean, they're still strong. I mean, 16% attack. That's still nothing to shy away from. So, yeah, one more thing. I actually want to look at my Guardian Falcon 754. What is Natalia's defense? I gotta click on her. These Season 2 levels they call them hard, and they are getting pretty hard. Jeez Louise. Oops. Did Guardian Falcon really have higher defense than Natalia? That's crazy. His defense is so insane. His defense is so insane. So yeah, I want to keep it like that because I want Natalia with the higher defenders. Let's switch around these. I don't want to use this. I don't want to use that. I don't want to. I want to save my tornadoes. I used a bunch of tornadoes, more than I should have on the event. Kind of kicking myself for that. I'm trying to build up my dragon attack storage. My bomb attack. I went through a lot of bombs on the last event, like 200 something. Arrows I went through like 100 something, and axes I went through like 200 something, 300 something. I think it was like 300 axes. So I do have a lot of turtle and bear banners, so these will be good. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we got a lot to work with here. Gotta think this one through for a second. Now if I do this, then that raises that up there. Let's do this. Okay. See if we can get a blue on this bottom. Oh, so close. So I'm trying to stack up my colors that actually do most of the damage, and the thing that you have to be careful when you do this is you need to be ready to take some hits. You definitely need to be ready to take some hits. So I mean, it is a little gutsy, but it's kind of the style that I like to play for Season 2. And I do keep the potions for just in case, like that, because that is so ridiculous. Let's go Sartana there. We're going to go Falcon here. And lots of good damage. She burned, that Peacock burns to death. Okay, I'm going to save my Natalia, and he's going to die from, this Peacock is going to die from this. Kashrik is a good tank. We'll go ahead and do Natalia over here. Aaron. Let's do Sartana up the middle. And again, I'm going to try and get rid of every color but the ones that I have stacked. Except for this. I'll go ahead and take this because that does get rid of a lot of gems on the board and set me up nicely. Sweet. Guardian Falcon. To that. Guardian Falcon is so good. I cannot wait until I go for my Guardian Panther. I'm not even close to ready. I have no, maybe one trap tool. I don't have any Royal Tabards. Like, I am nowhere close to being ready. Look at all these purples stacking up, and I can't get a freaking crystal from them. There it is. I just had to look for it. It was in there hiding. Another purple crystal. That works out. Now the reason why I didn't pop that crystal is because I wanted that crystal for when I went up against this boss. So let's pop it. Pop, pop, pop. Another hit from Sartana. Alright, so now I have like everything off color. So now I want to keep his mana as low as possible. But his mana is about to fill up, and I'm going to have to take a shot from this guy. How much HP does he have? 4,100. Man, these bosses are getting to be no joke, SG. I cannot imagine what the last level is going to be like on Season 2. Thorn can be good in certain situations, but with his toolkit, he's just not that versatile. But he does give a pretty big hit. That is for sure. He can definitely end some games very quickly if you get a lot of blue stack up in offense. Defense, I have a tougher time against Richards than I do against Thorns. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Jacob, depends on what blue heroes you have. Squeaky Weasel, he hits like a truck too. He does. I mean, which is why I do want a Thorn, because like Okay, so part of me, in ways, likes Thorn more because I don't think I would ever use Richard. Where is he? I don't think I would ever use Richard. Deals 415 damage to the target. I wouldn't use Richard on my defense. Maybe, but I don't see how he fits in with my defense at this time. For offense, he could be fun, but I mean, Thorn he hits so hard. He does, and if I do go up against a Thorn on defense, if he's in like the flank or the rear, and he goes off that 460, but his attack is only 605. So let's look at Richard's attack. Where did Richard go? 605, 644. Richard has a higher attack, 817 on his defense, 1260 on that. So 817, I mean, these are pretty close. Thorn has a lot of HP. If you put him with troops that are leveled up and have a high defense stat, man. But if you're going for tile damage like against Titans, Richard's going to be a little bit better because of that attack. Because of the tile damage that he does, his attack stat. Yeah, Richard is a good tank. Like, I went up against a Richard with a double double gravy behind him, and I tell you, that was really annoying. I didn't get a good board, and blue tanks are good because there aren't a lot of great green heroes, and if you're not in the top arena where everyone has a Tarlac and a Gregorian and stuff like that, Richard is a great tank to keep you up into that high platinum, low diamond arenas at level 60. And like I said, it's just because not a lot of people, unless you're in the top arena, not a lot of people have Gregorian or Tarlac. Yeah, so that's kind of my take on that from personal experience and what I've heard from a lot of 7 days players. So that's that. Guys, if you just tuned in, the Find Recruits 2 does not give you a epic troop token this time around. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's been a while, I feel like, since I've seen one go through. Let me see. 1 day, 3 hours. I'm taking that camp up to 20. Let's go make some stuff. There we go. Alright, that's done. 15 more of those. That'll put me up to 65. I have to save up. I need to stop using freaking tornadoes unless I'm going for a top 100 on the legendary events. And I'm not even close to going for top 100 on those events anyways. I don't have the team stack yet. So, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's go back. And I got 14 minutes on that thing. So let's go do some more raids in the gold arena. Let's see. So here's a Gregorian with a Gretel. What does Gretel do again? Oh, so she's kind of like Hansel. She's pretty much like Hansel. Okay. So what's the team power? 2899. So I'm going to try and get close to that 2899 mark. I do have like some level 60 epics and stuff like that. So let's see. We want some greens. Let's just do a Keshrik. Let's do a Little John. Let's do a Bold Tusk. And I don't remember what the rest of his team was, so this team might change around a little bit. I'm not sure yet. 3-2 team. Now the reason why I'm putting Little John right here is because my Sir Lancelot has a mana boost and Little John has a slow mana regen, so that's why I'm doing that. Alright, we're gonna switch these out to like a 3-star or whatever. 3-star attacker, that's fine. 3-star, that's fine. 3's 3. Okay, we'll go with that team. And I don't even know what their other defense is. Yeah, so Gregorian, Gretel's going to be annoying, Sabina. So I'm at 28-66, a little bit lower. So this is a pretty fair fight right here. 3-2 team. I've only played with Kastrick a little bit. Okay, I am not on my phone, and I'm not on a laptop. I am on my PC. I'm playing on a Android emulator, which links to my Android account called BlueStacks. I have hotkeys set up. As you can, if you look down at my heroes down here, you can see them all going crazy at the same time. It's because I have hotkeys set up on my keyboard, so I can launch my heroes quickly. That's to say, I get better Titan scores on my phone than I do on this because of the reaction time from the mouse is not as quick on the tiles as my reaction time from... That was a nice cascade. Let's do this and see what it brings to us. Something decent. I want to get Gregorian out of there. So now that gives a mana boost. So these 3 tiles, look how much mana we're going to get now. Little John almost filled up. Kastrick filled up. Now I'm not going to worry about Yahinger. I have a little bit of defense against him. But I am going to worry about Gretel. Now Little John's going to go off. And I like Little John because he does give that... He gives that mana... generation debuff. Or nerf, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's not a debuff because we're not debuffing. Well, we are sort of debuffing them. Whatever you want to call it. It's a nerf, a debuff, whatever you guys call it. Alright, it's there. Am I hoping to get Alberic? One day I would love to get an Alberic. Yeah, absolutely. Who wouldn't want an Alberic? Honestly, who I kind of want more than Alberic, I kind of want Delilah. Maybe it's just because Alberic, I don't know. I get more pissed off with Delilah than I do with Alberic. Now I've had some fights with an Alberic where he freaking resurrected everyone like 10 times, but you know that didn't happen. So. Alright, like I said, I'm going to save the Raid Energy Flask. We only have another minute and I can go do another Season 2 fight. And then I'll use Flask and probably finish off this level. Albie carries your team. Yeah. You know what? It is a lot more chill. It is a lot more chill playing on the PC. But yeah, for like competitive Titan fights, yeah, it's not quite as good. But at the same time, like I said, having these hotkeys, like I showed you guys, is great. But yeah, if you're on Android, download BlueStacks. It's great, and it makes streaming a lot easier. Because if I play on a Samsung Galaxy S9, so it's a really long, tall phone, and so when I record my videos for uploads, I record them from my phone, and usually because I'm not at home to record from my computer. And also, as you guys can tell on the audio on my voice, I got a new mic. But the problem is actually the sound, the acoustics in this room where I have my studio and video game room set up at are not very good, and it really messes with the audio, and I've tried configuring it. I've had friends over here to configure it, and it's literally just the echoes in the room just reverb off of everything. So I'm resetting my studio to a new area so I have less reverb, and my audio on my speaking will be more clear and less scratchy. Wait, what am I fighting? Of course, I don't have a good team for blues. So I really don't. Just don't have a good team for fighting blues. Do I want Tibertus? Sure. No. I want 2 healers. Okay, so we're gonna give Isarnia those, Forel those, or Kirill, excuse me. Alright, let's try out this team. I know, this is really weird. This goes against everything I should do, right? But I'm doing it. I don't care. Nothing we can do about it now. It is my demise. It is my flags. If I waste them, then I waste them. It's no big deal. Flags come and go, y'all. Flags come and go. The game will still be here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Do you like Zero? Yeah, I like Zero. Zero has been instrumental in my gameplay changing over the last year since I actually started caring about the meta of the game. Zero's videos, Zero personally, through a few messages here and there of some tips, some thoughts, stuff like that. Man, this is not going well. I need to pay attention to my health. I gotta get for this. They're just picking apart Isarnia. Saying, screw you, lady. Alright, here we go. Aaron, let's get rid of this guy because I don't want to take any more damage from him than I have to. Now, I could have saved it for the next rounds, but I didn't. I probably should have, but I didn't. But yeah, no, Zero is... He might be like the top player in the game, but Zero is a super nice guy. And yeah, I mean, his content, just watching his raids, I mean, if you guys didn't see his maxing out Gregorian video, that video helped me for the planning of maxing out Sartana and now Isarnia. So, and he made me rethink how I plan for my heroes and my hero leveling and how I do everything. Yeah, so I like Zero. Why is it that I prefer 3-2 team setups? It's not coincidental. I do have a preference for 3-2 teams. I don't know, man. I just like 3-2 teams. I think that they're fun. I like the tile damage that you get from them. The reason why I stack more blues than purples is because I know 2 purples are still going to hit these hard, and I need the 3 blues to go up against the green and the blue at the end. I didn't want to do reds because reds against blue are no good. I don't have very strong greens for Season 2, so I didn't want to do the greens, and of course I didn't want to do the yellows because that's the main troops. So that's the main minions, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah, I really like 3-2 teams. They're by far my favorite. Against Titans, the level Titans that I'm fighting right now in my free-to-play alliance, until I get back into a bigger alliance. Oh, Kirill, sorry dude, I wasn't watching. Until I get back into like a stronger alliance, I like 5 stacking against the Titans. Raid with Rit? Yeah, I watch Raid with Rit. I like his commentary. The dude cracks me up. No, I like Rit as well. Anchor, Rit, Empires and Puzzles Tips and Tricks is a good channel. Oh, I forgot to hit my Kirill. Sad day. Let me see, what else? Anchor, like I said, A Vicious from 7D Gaming. Yeah, there's a few. Whoa! I should use some banners. Which one is my turtle? That's the turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a half shell, turtle power. Yeah, it definitely makes for a long ride, but I'm telling you, I could have brought in Hansel. Hansel's pretty okay. But my greens, I could have brought in Horcall. Horcall would have been a good choice because he does have a lot of defense and stuff like that. So, you know, Gato is just, Domarigato, Mr. Roboto is just murdering me right now. Like I said, these season 2, and their mana regens too fast. It's too fast. Stop it. Who attacks next? Let's get this guy out of here. No, just die already, man. And of course, they're immune to new status ailments with Gato. Dolomore Gato. There we go. What? What? Did you guys see that? Holy crap. There we go. There we go. Now I can get away from filling up your stupid mana, buddy. Ah, crap. Aaron, let's go. Alright. I need some Kirill and some Asarnia action, and of course not. Let's get him out of the way. I need Aaron's mana filled up, and he didn't do it. You son of a Aaron. Yeah, season 2. I like how difficult it is, especially, and like I said, if I had a Gregorian and a Tarlac, I mean, that would make... Oh, you took out my freaking Isarnia. Yeah, if I had a Gregorian or a Tarlac, that would just make everything so much easier on Season 2. Especially all these waters, these Gatos. Alright, but I still got them. Would I pick Vivica over Rigard? It depends on the situation. Because here's the thing. A lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, if I'm using Aaron, I don't use Vivica. If I'm using Vivica, I don't use Aaron. And it's because of the tank that I'm going up against is either a yellow or a purple. Or one of their strong flanks who I don't even want to mess around with is a yellow or a purple, and vice versa. It's very seldom. However, on my defense, on my defense team, I will use them. So like, I'll kind of set up my defense right now. So far, from what's kept the best defense in the Diamonds arena for me right now, has been this setup. Aaron there. And it's been this setup. So that's been my best go-to defense for the if you want to know how much I've spent on this game, I've only spent about $250 on this game. Most of it is just because I've been playing for so long. Discard. Most of it is just because I've been playing for so long, overall. So, yeah, not too much money involved with this game. $250, and if you compare that to, I am a YouTuber. I do have, you know, a decent amount of content with some decent amount of views on this game. I have made a lot more than I have put into the game, because a few reasons. I won't get into too much detail, but I like to sit on my money, and I didn't want to put too much money in. I put a lot of money into one of my other games I was playing competitively for a year, when I was in the top alliance in the world and stuff in that game. But, you know, when I was playing that game, this game wasn't my concern. So so far for a year, just over a year and a half playing, I've put in just over $250 into the game. I've bought all special deals. I've only bought special deals. So, yeah, not a lot of money, guys. I have not put a lot of money into this game. So, yep. Alright, but let's go. Let's wait on a few world energy. And let's kind of look at different defense teams. So, here's a mistake that I see all the time that I want you guys to make sure that you are not the ones who are making this mistake. I will see this. Alright. I will see a Cyprian or Boral on the edges. That's not a good place for them. A good place for them would be as tank or on the flank. One of these three spots, depending on your team setup. And out of those two, the better of the tanks would be your Boral. 956, 658 on his defense. And look at the difference of defense compared to Cyprian. Cyprian, yes, he has the HP and he gets up to 1400 HP, but that makes him nice for the flank. Boral makes, with all that defense, and he still has some pretty decent HP, but with all that defense, that's what makes him a beast as your tank. If you have the right troop with him, that's what I recommend. Here's a nice, let's do a nice fun setup for Boral. You can do a bold tusk right there. And then, you know, you can do a Caedmon right there. And then you could do a Tibertus on the left. Tibertus on the left. And like a Lizu on the right. And that's pretty basic Season 1 team. But that team will do pretty well. It'll do pretty well, actually. So I like having my fires to the right of my blues for defense. Just something that I believe I learned from Zero, actually. So yeah, I believe I learned that from Zero. So that's a good tank. Bulltusk can be a good tank as well. He can be a good tank. He's not perfect by any means, but I mean, one of your best Season 1 epic tanks is by far going to be Keshic. And if you put him with like a Bulltusk, say you did get lucky enough and have a Guardian Falcon, that would be legit. A Scarlet. If you're going to do a Guardian Falcon, you're going to want to put him right there and your Bulltusk there. If you're going to do a Gormek, you're going to put, where is my Gormek? You're going to put Gormek right there. So if you want to do a Kelisle, I would put my Bulltusk here. And I do my Kelisle here. Another fun one. I think it's freaking hilarious. Okay, so guys, this is not the best defense team, but if you want to have some fun and you want to really irritate some players, I know this from personal experience, fighting against Wukong tanks myself. Okay. Here's the thing. If they take down your Wukong, it's not going to work. Okay? Just remember that. If they take down your Wukong, it is not going to work. But if they do not take out your Wukong... Wait a second. I want... it would be either Skittle Skull, Poor Lady, Goblin, whatever you are, fella, or Little John. You want people who hit everyone. Where's Little John? Oh, he's probably up here. Yeah, Little John. And then... yeah, no, like I said, Ultimate, I don't know if Agua is worth leveling up right away. If you had 8 capes, go for it. If you had 8 capes, I would say go for it. But I don't know if I would pull the trigger on him with only having 4. So then I want to go to Grim and Gormek, wherever the big guy went. There he is. This is a really fun team. This team is super annoying. If that Wukong goes off, it doesn't matter if Wukong dies on the next hit, because all these guys' mana is going to start going off. They have the defense debuffs. You got three of the same guys with defensive debuffs, plus the mana. Dude, this is such a fun defense. When you see people lose against this defense, and you see them go through and do a rematch like right away because you know that they got pissed off, you see them lose the second time, but then they win the third time. It's just freaking hilarious. So this to me, I wish I could see the fights when people do it and they lose, but this to me is, I mean, it's a hit or miss. You're gonna absolutely destroy the person, or they're just gonna destroy you. If they take out that Wukong early, you can be in some trouble because you don't have any healers or anything. But that is a really, really fun Season 1 defensive team to have if you want to mess around with some people. Let's look at some rare defenses, though. For rare, Gunner... Okay, so Gunner and Kehlani, they kind of do the same thing. But let's look at the defense. 453 and 729 on the HP. And then 533, guys. That is such a big difference. Gunner is so much better as a tank than Kehlani. I don't recommend using her. Now, another mistake, like I showed you with the Cyprians, is when people put them on the edges. Gunner is no good. Yes, he does have a slow mana regen, but for your defense setup, Gunner is no good on the outside at all. I don't even think he's that great on the flank. I think if you're going to use Gunner, I think you just have to use him as the tank, because you want him to go off early in the fight. If he's in the rear, he's going to go off last, when most of your heroes, some of your heroes are going to be dead already, and then most of them are going to be almost dead. And so when he goes off, then they can just one-shot one of your heroes and then all of you die. So the point of Gunner is to have his special go off as early as possible, and you want him as a tank. You want him as a tank. And if you want to make it that much more fun for people, you do this. Alright, a Belith. And then we're gonna stick, let's see, we need a yellow and a purple. So we'll go Bane because of his fast mana, and then we'll go Balthazar because of his hard hit and fast mana. Tyrim could also be a good one because he does debuff everyone. Cochin isn't bad. Where is he? No. Yeah, he must be up here. I just missed him, huh? Where's Cochin? Oh, he's up on my team, huh? There he is. Cochin is not bad. His defense is pretty okay, 512. He's got some decent defense, that's for sure. For offense, he does have really low tile damage, but I mean, the target nearby allies get a negative 20% mana regen. So I've never used this team. I'm going to save this team actually, but I've never used Cochin on this team before, but that could be good. He's kind of like, no, he doesn't stop the mana, but he's kind of like almost a rare edition of Hell, but not quite. But that mana regen loss does work well. Or then you can just go with the fast mana and have the big hit, especially if you're on rare leagues, arenas. Then you know that could be pretty good right there. And then these are all just regular Season 1 heroes, and this is a killer defensive team for Season 1, by the way. Do I want Justice? Yeah, I really do want Justice. So let's go look at her real quick. Let's go check out her stats. And I'm going to save that rare team because I am in the gold arena. And it will be fun to see some people with higher stats lose against that team, because it could happen. It could happen. If they don't take out that Gunner quickly, then that could happen. So yeah, do I want Justice? Yes, I do want Justice. I do want June, because I need a yellow hitter. I don't have a strong yellow hitter. My strongest yellow hitter is Chow, and he's not that great. He's good, but June is what I really need And look at all that tile damage, 749. June has some intense tile damage, not too bad at all. But let's compare him to Justice. June is not a good tank for defense. If you want another good yellow tank for defense, Justice is definitely good. If you have her with a fast mana regen troop, which I highly recommend, then it's all about that. So your tile damage for offense isn't going to do for you against Titans and events and stuff like that what June will do for your tile damage. But 776 and 1425, guys, those are some great stats. If you get a Justice, she is a great tank. And if you don't want to have her on tank, then have her in the rear with fast mana troops, and she can be that deciding factor between a win or loss. So yeah, do I want Justice? Absolutely, I want Justice. I want Justice and I want June. And I mean, my inventory, I'm getting pretty close to being able to have 2 of them. I just need 3 more poison darts, and you get a lot of poison darts in this game. You get a lot of poison darts and you get a lot of orbs. To me, more than any other stuff. I mean, I do get a lot of sturdy shields, but I feel like I've gotten more orbs than anything. And if you look at the amount of heroes that I've leveled up, then that can definitely prove that. I got another telescope the other day after I ascended my Asarnia from a 4-star Titan, believe it or not. 4-star Titan gave me a telescope. That was pretty legit. So, yeah, do I want Justice? Absolutely. Absolutely, I want Justice. So let's see, we got quite a bit of time. And now if you guys are looking for a fun, active, just requires 3 Alliance Wars, flags. Did kick someone out. Let's look at the war, let's look at the battlefield. Poor guys, it was a really close war, 28-57 to 30-52. It was a super duper close war. And here's a mistake that they made. Okay guys, now some of you are in smaller alliances, not all top alliances. I fought in top alliances and I fought in lower alliances for Alliance Wars. So there's 2 different strategies depending on what type of alliance you're in. There's actually a lot of different types of strategies based on how many people are in your alliance, what levels all the people are in your alliance, and stuff like that. So a lot goes into it. But if you're fighting someone, and let's look at the team power. So this dude's team power is 2,000. I had to kick him out because I kicked him out because he didn't use any Alliance War flags. He did not use any Alliance War flags. So, but as you can see, these team powers are all around kind of the same, that 2,000 to like 2,700 range. Oh, my free-to-play is getting up there. 28-58. There's my free-to-play defense. Leaves you as a tank. Kirill, Sonya. That's the best I have right now. So, but it's pretty good defense. I probably should switch my Kirill and my Sonya, but I didn't want to have 2 healers next to it. Points that they could have gotten. But here's the thing, look how many flags they wasted, guys. Don't do this. If you see a big, strong person in another alliance, do not try and fight them, because this is what happens. Look, 0 points, there's 1. 4 points, there's 2. 18, there's 3. Back down to 0, there's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Guys, they used 11 flags to try and take me out. And they couldn't even do it once. My point being, don't waste flags. Yeah, my point being, don't waste flags on someone that's so much stronger than you. Swallow your pride and go for the easy points. This alliance would have won. This alliance would have won. They used up all their war flags. They used up all their war flags. Well, now it says war flag 0. So I guess I don't think they used all their war flags, but they used most of their war flags, if I remember right. But still, they used more flags than us. They got less points because they wasted 11 of them on me. No bueno. So, guys, don't do that, okay? Just don't do that. There we go. Nice, buddy. Alright, so let's look at your defense. So, Ultimate Gamer, you got Agua, we'll call him Water. Water Frog, Theny. Okay, so now that I'm looking at his toolkit again, his moveset, he will be really useful in, like, Season 2. You know, the thing about these Season 2 heroes is they made their meta so that they would be very useful in the Season 2. You gotta upload. You gotta update your game, yo. All right. But yeah. So let's look at your defense again. But yeah. So I mean, they've really made these heroes for Season 2, for sure. No doubt about that. Tonics and scopes are your bane. You know, I've gotten 13 scopes now. Tonics are everyone's bane. Hold on your tonic until you have a perfect green hero, meaning Tarlac, Alberic, Gregorian, or Liana. Don't use unless you have 12 tonics, do not use 6 tonics on Horcall, Elkanon, Caitlyn, whatever you want to call him. Save them for a Tarlac, for a Liana, for an Alberic, for a Gregorian, anyone like that. And or the new hero of the month coming out in December. What's the name? I don't remember. But if you happen to get that one, yeah. So let's look. You got your Caedmon at 60. That's good. Your Hawkmoon there. Yeah, I mean you're definitely progressing. But Ultimate Gamer, what are your training centers at? Ultimate Gamer, what are your training centers at? I'm really interested to know there. What are your training centers at? Because that could really help out your gameplay right there. If every 2 days you can be getting, you know, some epics from TC20. Guys, if you're not putting money into the game, this is your bread and butter right here. These training camps, guys. You have to get to Stronghold 20. It took me less than 200 days to get 2 of these going. It'll take me less than 200 days to get 3 of these going on my free-to-play account, on my other account. And guys, you saw where my defense is at. Let's see, where is it at? Let's see how many days. 197. So just under 200 days. So I'll have my 3rd TC20 in like a week or 2 on this account. So Hassan, I love Hassan, dude. Hassan hits so freaking hard for a rare. It's absolutely ridiculous. And look at that tile damage. 540? Are you freaking kidding me? I want 3 of him. I want a Brienne, or I have a Brienne. I want 3 of him. Wait, but I want this on my main account. I want 3 of him on my main account. And yeah, he's just so freaking good. Maybe 2 of them, but yeah, so 197 days. I made this alliance the day I made this account. So I've been playing this account for 197 days. It happened in the same day. And then I have, I don't know, 10 or 11 epics now. So I have quite a few epics. Kiro, I have a Chow, I have like 3 Lizus, I have a Rigard, I have another Cyprian. Yeah, so this account is doing pretty freaking well right now. I'm pretty excited about how much better I'm running. If I had ran my main account like I ran my free-to-play when I first started, oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta dude, just focus on that stronghold. Stop everything. Get that stronghold up as fast as you can. As fast as you can. You got to get that stronghold up. All right, buddy. Alright. Let's see, what time is it? It is 11:02. It's been about an hour and a half. I was going to use some flask, but I think I'll save them for next time. Guys, it'll be same time next week, 9:30 on Thursday, possibly one on Tuesday as well, if everything goes right on my schedule. So that'll be a lot of fun. And also, guys, next week, be on the lookout for my Isarnia leveling up video. I'm still in the process of editing it, but it will be completed by next week. So her level up video will be coming out. So did you guys see my Sartana video? How did you guys like my Sartana video? I had a lot of fun making that one. It was a great ton of fun. Again, Zero is I owe big compliments to Zero on and I let him know this as well. I gave Zero a big thank you for the video of him power leveling Gregorian. That really gave me the patience in my gaming to focus on what heroes will implement well into my game, stock up for those, and then in the meantime, just level up the other ones who will just add to my game, but not as drastically as having, Sartana leveled up and Isarnia and stuff like that. And again, I still have a lot of, after I made the Sartana video, I think I used about 150 backpacks. So I was at 1200 right before, and I'm already back up to 1300 almost because I've only been playing Season 2 really, and just quests in Season 2, because I'm after experience right now. I'm not after backpacks, I'm not after swords, I'm not after rugged clothes. I'm just trying to play the levels that give me the most experience for the amount of flags possible. So that's what I'm doing. Any other questions until I head out, guys? If not, I'm gonna get out. You got a few more, check out a few more things. Do a little bit more troop leveling up on this guy. He's almost there. What? How much more will it take to get him there? So it's going to take 660,000 food, but I got that extra 1% attack coming for me on the next level up, so that'll be good. Once I get him leveled up, then let's see, who's next? I don't have enough troops there to work on her. I just got this one up from level 11 to level 12. I might have enough reds. I might have enough reds to take them up. And purple, I do not have enough purple because I just leveled this one up. So, yep. Hey, Gody, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. It was a fun stream. I do appreciate all you guys joining in. Like I said, be on the lookout for my Isarnia video next week. And a few other videos that I recorded. I did the Far Home Pass from my free-to-play. You guys can check that out there. And that'll be it. Alright guys, so until next time, I am out. Thanks for so much for joining in the stream. It was fun.